Hey, friends. Hey. Happy Tuesday, y'all. OMG. First of all, it's been a minute. Okay, your girl was on travel, okay? And apparently, the stress and strain and push of traveling in this, I ain't have it. I ain't have it. All right, so I have Miss, hey, Alicia. Hey, Miss Annette. That's what I'm talking about. Come on in the room. All right, y'all, let's get this party started. All right, let me act right. I'm so excited to be here. Alicia got on me about acting weird, okay? She was like, what you doing? You even going live? I listen, I just got back from Nashville, Tennessee, from the Generations Live conference, which was amazing, and got to see some people from online in person, and Alicia was one of them. It was great. Okay. Hey, Miss Joyce. So listen, let me do my intro, y'all. So I can act right. So, hey, y'all, hey, it's your girl, Coach Shuka. Listen, I want to welcome you to my little corner of these YouTube streets where I pop out every single day at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time so that I can walk as many women as I possibly can through the journey of losing weight and feeling their absolute best. So if you are that woman who's tired of looking in the mirror and saying, Harpo, who is this woman? All right, you are in the right place. Not only that, I got news for you. It ain't that hard. You can do this without losing your mind and doing all the wild and crazy stuff you see on the internet. I want you to know that 5 years ago, I was 80 pounds heavier, had little to no energy, a whole bunch of chronic illnesses and ailments. I was tired, exhausted, frustrated, wanted change, and didn't even know where to start. I was wondering if I was ever going to be able to get back to myself. And it took a lot of prayer, a lot of God, okay, and a lot of work on my mindset and accountability. But I was able to restructure my life and find my way back to me. And now I get to help women like you do the same thing, lose the weight for good. So if all of that sounds like your cup of tea and you want to be here, go ahead and hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribed and turn on your notifications in case I take a little break like I did a couple of days ago. When I pop back out here, you will get notified. So share this video with somebody that you love and care about who needs a reminder that it's never too late to get back right. All right. So here's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna listen, chat, my chat family. Y'all chat it up, but I'm gonna get this word out. I want to say what God told me to say without losing my train of thought, and then I'm gonna come to the chat and we're gonna talk. But yes, y'all keep it yucking it up over in the chat, okay? So if you are watching this today, all right, and you are thinking to yourself, I should go work out. Okay, I should probably eat right. I know I need to do better, but at the same time, you're sitting there trying to justify skipping one more again. All right. Don't log off. I'm talking to you. I'm not coming for you, but remember, I'm coming for you. I'm coming to get you. All right. I came to tell you the truth because every last one of those excuses is a whole bunch of lies. Here's what I got to get you to see. There will always be a reason to skip. There will always, always, always be a reason to skip. Whether it's you're tired, whether it's you're busy, whether it's them kids, whether it's your job, whether it's you ain't got nothing cooked, whether it's I've already messed up today, whether it's I'm gonna get back right after my vacation, my birthday next week, there's always going to be a reason to skip. There will always be a reason to skip. But hear me when I say the more you let these reasons win, the more you're training yourself to lose, not to win, but to lose. The excuse is winning, but you're not. All right. So I'm not here just to motivate you today. I do realize that I love to motivate. All right. I'm here to hold you accountable. I want you to be accountable to the version of yourself that you keep saying that you want. Because that little quitting thing that you keep doing, that you keep giving yourself permission to do. This is why the weight will not come off. All right. So here's the real deal. We all grown. We all grown women with real lives, with real responsibilities, and with real exhaustion and fatigue. Okay. So I am not here to act like every day is going to be perfect or every day is going to be cute or every day is going to be easy. But I am here to tell you that if you keep quitting every time it gets inconvenience, you're never going to get the freedom that you need to be like fighting for. So it's not just a missed workout, because that's what we tell ourselves. It's just one workout that I'm missing. It's not just skipping the walk. It's not just a slice of cake or a bag of chips. It's really a pattern. And if you don't become the person who knows how to say, I'm going to interrupt that pattern, the pattern becomes a cycle that you repeat over and over and over again. And if you don't change the cycle, guess what? It becomes your lifestyle. It becomes the life that you live. So here's what happens when you actually skip. You're not just delaying it, you're not just pushing it off, you're not just pushing it back or starting later. You're not just we'll say this. So here's one we like to use. I'm gonna listen to my body. You're not just listening to your body. And though I believe in giving yourself grace, you're not just giving yourself grace. What you are doing is something called conditioning. You are training your brain in a way that makes quitting feel normal. And that's how the weight just sits right there. It doesn't leave. Losing weight is never going to happen because you feel like it. You know when it happens? When you move anyway. So you can't keep skipping and expecting full out results. All right? You can't. You can't give skipping like effort, quitting regularly effort, and think your body's going to respond to that. Your body is like, what we doing? All right. And the body's not confused. The body's like, what we doing? But it's a reflection of the decisions that you make. When I realized that the weight that I was carrying on myself, the high blood pressure, the fibroids, the debilitating menstrual cycles, the ocular migraines, the severe anemia, the always being tired. When I realized that all of these things were really a reflection of decisions and choices I made. When I finally stopped saying, I'm big bone, okay, I'm thick. That's another one we like. I'm thick. I got this from my mama. It run in my family. These are my genes. And I realized this is a reflection. All right. This is an accumulation of decisions that I have made and that I continue to make on a daily basis. It was nobody's fault but mine. To the point that when I went to the doctor and my doctor put me back on amlodipine for what felt like the 75th time, when she said, your pressure's up again, sis, and looks like you're going to have to go back on, okay? Because we had done this thing for 15 years. Y'all, I cried. And it just was like so painful to me. She comes over, puts her hands on my shoulder and said, what's wrong? Because I loved my doctor, all right? She was like, girl, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't want to say these pills. And she said, listen, you're probably going to be on this for the rest of your life. It's in your genes. It runs in your family. It's genetic. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, the doctor that I had loved for 15 years suddenly looked like a boxing target for me. I'm so serious. I was angry when I heard her say that because even though I knew I had to go back on the amlodipine, and even though I knew I didn't want to, I just knew that what she was saying to me didn't feel like something she should be saying to me. It didn't seem like something that should apply to me. It was the same way I felt when I went to the doctor. She tried to say, oh, this is because of perimenopause. I'm like, nah, baby, because I know how to do this thing. Let me get my life together. So I just need you to own it, because the ownership, when you understand that it's just the decisions that you have made and that you continue to make. So this is why the quitting, I'm going to skip it, or it's just one workout or a piece of cake, is we say like, oh, it's not that serious. All right. Just made it into town. So it's Mondays and Tuesdays are coaching days for me. So I was coaching today. And one of my mentees was just telling me something that somebody had said to her about the changes that she was making in her life. And this happened 2 days ago, but here she is still thinking about it. And I'm like, girl, if you don't it doesn't matter what anybody says to you. You get the power to decide every single day. You get the option to decide. Stop listening to them people because your friends and your cousins, they love you, but they gonna tell you, oh, you deserve to take a day off, girl. Sometimes you got to give your body a break. Give yourself some grace. Okay? Everybody deserves a cheat meal every now and again. Stop listening to them. The decisions show up in your life. It creates a cycle in your life. So they love you, but you got to look at fruit. So what I had to learn is when I looked around, it wasn't a lot of people around me that had fruit, meaning I didn't see a lot of people doing what I was doing that had what I wanted. It wasn't a lot of them. So a lot of my friends and family, health-wise, weight-wise, just in terms of taking care of your body, what they had ain't what I wanted. And that's just the truth. It doesn't make me love them any less, but I had to realize, okay, it's just me making the decisions. All right. And I get that could be lonely sometimes, but if you're in the right community with the right accountability, with the right coaching, you can do it. All right. You can, even if you've never done it, you can do it. But it starts with you deciding, I'm going to make different decisions. I'm going to decide different things. So you cannot keep doing the quitting. All right. So here's what I want you to do instead. Instead of quitting, here's what I want you to get deep, 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 down, down, down in your shanana. Every time you decide, I'm going to skip because it's hard. All right. Every time you skip when it's hard, what you are practicing and teaching yourself is that discipline doesn't matter. That discipline is not important. And whether you do it or whether you don't, you're training yourself. So what you're training yourself to believe, your brain to believe, is that your feelings get the final say. You are training yourself. Your brain says, you know what? How we feel call the shots. Not what we said we were going to do, not the commitment that we made, not the life that we want, not our hopes and dreams and our prayers and all our Bible study. None of that call the shots. How we feel call the shots. The problem with feelings is they are fragile. They're easily broken, easily shattered. They easily fall apart. They easily change. And your decisions got to be better than that. Your decisions got to be stronger than your little fragile feelings. Okay? So here's the truth. We ain't gonna lie about it. You're not skipping because you don't have time. I tell y'all all the time, your Instagram screen time hours would say different. You're not skipping because you don't have time. You're not skipping because your schedule too busy. You're skipping because you let I don't feel like it, the thought you had, when you said I don't feel like it, you let that sucker drive. And you didn't push back. You didn't even throw up no dukes. You didn't try to grab the wheel or nothing. You just let them feelings run you right on in the ditch. Okay? I don't know. You just let the feelings run you right on in the ditch. You let I don't feel like it be the boss of you and tell you what you're going to do. And you know what's the wild part? You know what's wild about that? This how soft and flaky and fragile feelings are. Most of the time, when you start, you end up doing more than you plan to do anyway, because now you feel like it. Your feelings back. Because you started doing it, and now you feel like it. Most of the time, just starting, just doing the thing, making a decision to push through the feelings come back, and all of a sudden we feel like it. All right? Because momentum, it comes when you are obedient. And some of us grown people, we don't know how to do that. We don't know how to be, we don't want to follow no rules. We just, I love y'all, okay? I'm just telling you in love. I'm not coming for you. I'm coming for you, okay? I'm coming to get you. Because some of us real grown people. Real grown people. All right? Act grown with other people, but we don't act the same grown to ourselves. I just know, and I noticed this when I was teaching high school, just watching parents, okay? I just know if your kids was always talking about I don't feel like it, and then they did, when you tell your children to do the dishes, if them jokers hit you with the I don't feel like it, you ain't going for that. You're not going for that. If you tell them children to take their trash out and they tell you, I don't feel like it, you ain't going for that. You are not about to be like, give yourself some grace. Listen to your body. It's just one trash day. It's just one night of dishes in the sink. You're not going for that. You would be on those children like white on rice. You would snatch their phones. Lord God, some of us are beating, toe their behinds up. But when it's us, the grown people, when it's our grown selves, give yourself some grace. So I'm saying, check you like you check them kids. Check yourself like you check them. But the problem is, we grown, but we have these I'm just gonna call it weak flesh, but it's just a part of us that's just like the child. We want what we want, when we want it, where we want it, how we want it, and if we don't get it, we gonna throw a fit until somebody give us our pacifier. So I'm just saying, stop letting yourself off the hook, because you think you need the power or the strength to move. I'm telling you, it comes after you do it. You think I need to feel ready or strong enough or energetic enough to do it. And I'm telling you, that happens when you do it. If you just start doggone it, the energy will come. And I'm not telling you to start and full out marathon sprint. I don't know track. I just know marathons. But whatever the thing is, where they run for the short period of time for at a really fast pace, whatever that's called, 400 meters. What is it called? I'm not telling you to do that. All right. I'm just saying, just the best you got. Whatever the best is that you got today, that. Maybe the best you got today is just a 30-minute walk. Right? Maybe it's in 30 minutes, I done did 2 miles. Okay? Is that right? I don't care if it's 1. I don't care if it take you 30 minutes to do 1. Do it anyway. And then you get better and better and better. It's always your best. The objective is your best. That's the goal. So if you don't feel like, I don't always feel like running 20 miles. Sometimes it looks like 5. Sometimes it looks like walking 4. All right? So I'm telling you, here's what I need you to do. The first thing I want you to do is don't skip. Get big, okay? Stop thinking it has to be like, so the problem is a lot of us will do extremes, where it's I'm all the way in or all the way out. I'm all the way on or I'm all the way off. It's never, let me just show up and do the best I have. And sometimes it's not my best, but it ain't also ain't nothing. It beats nothing. All right? It does not have to be all or nothing. If you said you were going to work out for an hour, all right, and life got to life, first of all, life always lives. Okay? Start recognizing, expecting things to do what they've always done. Okay? Life always lives. All right? If you said you're going to work out an hour and life got to life in, okay, the first pivot is, what adjustments can I make to get the hour done? If it's absolutely not going to happen, what about 45 minutes? Can't do 45. What about 30? Can't do 30. What about 20? Doggone, I don't care if it's 5. Do something. If you don't want a meal prep, all right, eat something you already got and make the best decision that you can with it. I ain't meal prep, so I'm going to Chick-fil-A. All right. It don't always have to be perfect to be progressive, to be moving forward. All right. So the first thing you're gonna do is not skip. All right. You're gonna make a decision. You're gonna commit and do it. You're gonna do it anyway. All right. Get this, even if it's ugly, even if it's a hot mess, it don't gotta be cute. It ain't gotta be easy. 9 times out of 10, it ain't. Discipline look real scrappy. All right. It ain't dressed up in a Sunday's best. It's dusty. So, okay, here's what I'm trying to tell you. It might look like you doing them laps in your living room. That's all you got. That's all you got. All right. It might look like you just drinking some water because you really want a sweet tea. Okay. Is you saying no when nobody clapping for you and nobody's watching and nobody's rah rah rah. You get better and stronger in these little dusty, ugly moments. When it's dusty and ugly like this, you know what you did when you could have done something different. All right. So before you decide to skip and you say, I'm quit, I want you to ask yourself again. I want you to think about that woman you want to become. Are you acting like her or that girl, the girl back there, the one you're trying to run away from? And then I need you to do something. Even if it's something little that looks like what the woman you're walking toward, like the person you're becoming, what would she do? What would she do? All right. So I just want to encourage you. Ain't nothing wrong with you, okay? Because some of us, I already know you think something wrong with you. Why do this? Why act like this? Ain't nothing wrong with you. All right. But what you haven't done is practice showing up when it's convenient. All right. But you can start today. You can decide today. The sun is still up in most places. All right. We still have multiple hours before it's time to close our eyes, meaning you still have time to make a decision. So what I don't want you to do today is let skipping stuff become your new routine. Make it something that you used to do. And I know that stuff you used to do, it could be loud. It could call on you, but it don't run you. It ain't the boss of you. All right? The very things that you're asking God to do in your life. There's something you want to see him do. Here's what I want to say. A lot of us are like, okay, God, do you hear me? I have been praying and asking and wanting you to do something. And then you're going to say it's your life, it's your kids, it's your job, it's all these things. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. It's you and your hesitation to just do the thing, whether you feel like it or not. And today could be the day that you decide, I don't want to do that no more. Because the person that you look at, I remember I'm gonna change the names to protect the innocent. I just remember being in church once, and there was this one particular woman. She, and even today when I see her, she's just a very well put together woman. She's not young. She has 5 children, beautiful home, looks like some out of a magazine. Okay, and she don't got no cleaning people or nothing. Okay, she had a career. Her and her husband both had careers, successful people, amazing kids, and she always looked nice, kept her shape together, ate well, didn't eat no trash or anything. And you know what I noticed is a lot of women in the church would compare themselves and say, well, I ain't, this woman. And what I had to realize is that it's not that this person that you look at and you think that they have something that you don't. It's not that they have something that you don't. It's that they make the decision that they're going to show up. She just made decisions that created the life that we all looked at and was like, how does she do it? Okay. She wasn't no superwoman or no, she didn't have no extra nannies or hired help or any of those things. She just made a decision day by day. So if you don't have it, it just means that you haven't practiced showing up and getting the thing done long enough. Because you might do it for a week or 2, but you got to keep doing it. And you got to do it anyway. when you don't want to do it and everything is making you not do it. All right. So I want to invite you to step into a season where we don't just talk about it. We are about it, like where we do the real work, where we don't do the cute stuff for Instagram, where we do this in real life, where we do it messy, imperfect, halfway with our kids on our hip. All right. But we doing it. All right. So I want to invite you to join my free community. You just need to go to readysethabits.com. It's in my, if you go to my YouTube page, it's in my under my profile picture. It's a free community. You really got no excuses. All right. I am done with travel for the month. All right. So expect Tucker to teach, food around, and miss my own 5-year anniversary out here in these Nashville streets. Okay. 2 days ago was the 5-year anniversary of me starting my journey. All right. And so I only share these things with you because I want you to know that I'm a living, breathing, walking testimony of what God can do when you ask Him to change your life and then you begin to walk in obedience of what He told you to do. Not questioning it, not thinking the things you know is enough to know what you need to know. Okay. But doing what God told you to do. And I'm no different. Okay. I just have bumped my head enough ways and times to be able to tell you, baby, come over here with me. Let me show you how not to bump your head. Okay. So I love you out of life. I pray I see you in the free community. Yeah, Miss Joy said a accumulation of wrong decisions that she has made is the reason she here. And Alicia said, if you can't say amen, say ouch. Okay, I'm just telling you this thing. When I finally got it figured out, here's what I knew. Part of me wanted to feel like I wasted so much time, but I knew that God had to grow and develop things in me for me to be able to do this thing for the rest of my life. And now on this side of the journey, what I can say to you is that it is a lot easier than I made it. All right. It's a lot easier to do this life than I ever made it. Okay. Went to Nashville, ate out. Okay. Just made decent choices and decisions. All right. So I just want you to know that you can do this no matter what your life looks like. I talked to a lady today, and I think she was one of the first people I talked to in a long time who her life just looks, it's a lot. Even I couldn't like but she's doing this thing. She is doing this thing. So I just coached her through today some ways that we can, hang on in there because some of this is temporary. Some of the things on her plate will be going away. All right. And when they do, until then, here's how you're going to do that thing. But she is doing it. When excuses, she could have some. Okay. When she ran that, typically people will want to share their excuses and they're not real excuses. When she shared with me, I said, yes, babe, that's a lot. baby, that's a lot. First of all, shout out to you for what you're doing, okay? Because she's already making great progress, but it's not a sustainable lifestyle. So we're looking for the things that she could get off of her plate. So I'm just telling you that to say it doesn't matter. All right. If you want to be here for all the things that are important to you, you got to figure out how you're going to do this well. All right. And I'd love to help you with that, whether it's in my free community or my VIP community. I would love to help you with that. So that's all I got, y'all. I absolutely love y'all to life. I am back. I took off, let's see, I missed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I almost came on here yesterday, but I said, my body said, honey, please stop. We had some 3-hour nights where we were running on 3 hours of fuel, and I could have came on. I just don't like to come and teach unless I can give the best I have, the best I got, and I ain't have good for y'all, okay? So when I saw Alicia, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it right now, okay? But I am back. I'm officially back. I'll be here every single day at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think as far as the daily renewals, I was doing those live. I want to look into maybe pre-recording them. So look for those to drop. But I'm back and locked in. I love y'all to life. Listen, make sure you're following me on Instagram, Facebook. That way, if you need anything now, at least I'm going to do better because I got, y'all listen, let me tell y'all something. When you be coaching people, you got to be ready for them to come for you because Alicia got all in I'm talking about stepped all on my toes. She said, you don't be on social media. She said, you don't be in them DMs. She said, you do not. I said, sis, you know what? I can't deny it. So I'm going to do better. I need this week to give myself situated and organized. I'm going to do that. I love you too, baby. She said, I can attest that you ain't been there. I said it, I can't say nothing. So I'm going to do better. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I do have a text number. I think it's 601-707-6994. And I'm going to look into, I don't know why I'm not getting those messages, but people text me there as well. All right. Listen, I love y'all all the way to life. I will see you tomorrow at the same time and in the same place. Have an amazing, amazing evening.